Oh, hey! Didn't see you there.
You know what? Let's do a couch setting. How about that? That could work.
This is so comfy. Can you hear me? Speaking to my titty. Hi, I'm Clara. So today we're gonna be talking about how I moved out of my parents' house with no steady income. So if you haven't been keeping up with my last few videos, you wouldn't know that I have been traveling the last 3 months. If you want to see any of those adventures, you can totally just click right here. But today I'm going to be giving you 3 kind of general tips on how to move out of your parents' house without really moving out. Kind of, if you're going insane, this is a great way to do it for low money, low cost. Highly recommend. It's what I did. Let me give you a little bit of backstory, right? So it was about January where I was starting to get a little bit insane in the membrane by what I call the parents. It was around this time that I decided not to go to college and instead just live, laugh, love life. Yeah, that's when my TikTok addiction was really at its peak, which is kind of great because I wouldn't have found this method, which is Workaway. So the number one thing I would recommend is Workaway. So Workaway is great in small increments unless you love working for some reason. I know after 2 months of working for families, I was like, I don't want to clean another dish in my life. It's basically free accommodation in exchange for work. The house I went to was honestly the golden ticket. I would do 3 hours of work a day and then have the rest of the day to myself. It was beautiful. It was magical. I stayed there for 5 weeks. So Workaway, I would definitely look into that. I went to Hawaii, stayed in Hawaii. All I had to pay for was transportation. They have a bus. The bus, cheap, I would recommend that, and food. That's all you have to spend money on. And sometimes the families even include food in their Workaway experience, work exchange. Usually you just have to work more hours. Oh, I almost forgot. Also, another one which I haven't used yet, but I am signed up to is Trusted House Sitters. Have no experience with that, but I know it's an option. You just house sit and pet sit, and I feel like that's easier than Workaway because you don't have to do a set amount of hours and you're just staying in this person's home. So that's also another option. The next way I would recommend to move out of your parents' home is to start networking. Start meeting people, start putting yourself out there. This was so out of my comfort zone, so I sympathize with anyone who's like, meet people? Talk to human beings? What? No. A year ago today, I would not have said hi to a random stranger. Now you can catch me having a conversation with a random stranger on the block about why they named their 3rd child Merle. True story. Networking, meeting people, will do you well. For example, on the first night that I came to this Workaway family, they introduced me to this other woman and she said she would love to have me stay at her house for like another few weeks or a month, whatever. And I was like, say less. Because she also happened to do Workaway, but found her through that family. We kind of chatted and she said she liked me and it all just went from there. Within my first day of being there, I already had like another month set up for me. So that's how I got to stay in Hawaii for 2 months for free, basically. And another thing, honestly, Workaway has given me so many experiences. I met this other girl named Jules. Shout out to you, Jules, if you're watching this. I actually haven't met her yet, but she reached out to me. You can meet other Workawayers, people who do Workaway on the website. And there are a lot of really ambitious people out there that will reach out to you and say, hey, would you want to travel together sometime? Like, well, if you're thinking, oh, I wish I would met someone that was like me, go on Workaway. You will find someone that is like you. So she reached out to me and a few people reached out to me, but no one really stuck. But her, I loved her vibe. I love her. I'm going to meet her in a week actually. So I can't wait to see her. But that's another thing I would recommend is making friends through there. You can travel together. Maybe they'll invite you to stay at their house like this girl is. Like she doesn't even know me, but I'm gonna be staying at her house for like 2 weeks. That's another way. Just networking, making friends, really putting yourself out there. It's scary, but nothing ever gets done if you stay in your comfort zone, all right? This is a big lesson I've been learning lately. On top of the topic of networking and meeting people, this is seriously how I've been away, not in my parents' house for the last 3 months almost, is basically networking and meeting people. One day on Tinder, I was trying to find people to hang out with and I met this person named David. And if you've watched my previous vlogs, you know David is a super cool human. And guess whose couch I'm sitting on right now? If you said David, you're right. This is David's couch. I met David 3 weeks into my trip. We just hung out once, then we hung out again, then we hung out again. Because sometimes you'll find a person that you really connect with and vibe with. it just happened. He asked me if I wanted to stay here for a little bit. I said yes. I've been here for a week. I'm gonna be here for another week. It all will work out. Networking, making friends, putting yourself out there, and don't stress on it too much. Really let go and trust the process. Take the action to do it, but don't stress over it. And so this happened. I just didn't stress about it. I let go and everything took care of itself. Everything will take care of itself. But networking, making friends is a big one. Those are my 2 big tips, and those are kind of what I did to be out of my house for as long as I am for kind of no cost to me. I did have money saved up. I have a side job, side hustle, but it's not a steady source of income. It doesn't provide me with X amount of money each month. It's kind of just freelance. I'm just doing what I love, and it happens to pay me here and there. So I'm just living off of that and really just living instead of worrying. And number 3, I have not done this yet, but I will be doing it, is camping. Camping, you can camp for free somewhere. Go on a road trip in your car. We're about to go on a road trip tomorrow, me and David. So there's gonna be a vlog for that. Campgrounds can cost money per night, or you can find campgrounds that are free. There are so many of those. This country is huge, okay? You'll find somewhere to camp for free. Camping can sound scary, but what did I say? Get out of your comfort zone. Yeah. Even if you are scared, just try it. You'll learn a lot about yourself. You'll grow. You'll learn so many lessons like I have. Those are my 3 tips. Workaway, networking, making friends with people, and camping. 3 kind of inexpensive ways to get away from your parents, because as much as we love them and as much as they do for us, we kind of need to learn how to be our own person at a certain point. So if you're watching this video, you probably want to move out, which I don't blame you. It happens. We want to move out sometimes. And guess what? If you really want it, you can get it. And I figured that out too. If you really want something, stop saying you want it and just get it. Which sounds easier said than done. But you'll have it. You already have it. Mindset, action, letting it go. No stress, nothing to worry about. It's really just about finding what you love and doing it, and the rest will sort itself out. That's my video about how I moved out with no steady income, and if you want to do the same thing, feel free to send me a message on Instagram if you want someone to pump you up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down. I don't care. Express your opinion. Really, do whatever you want. Just interact with this video somehow so that it can reach as many people as possible. I just want this resource out there so people know that if you want something, you can have it. There's always an option for something you're thinking about. You are an infinite being. Cheers to that. Have a magical day. I hope everything manifests that you've been searching for. I already know it will, and it already did. All right, peace out. Love you. Never do that again. Editing Clara? Never do that again.